up, and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Ron Bone. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 133 in the high. What is good, everybody that's tuned in right now, whether you're on YouTube or your favorite podcasting app? Much love. Thank you again. Super appreciated. I can never thank anybody that tunes into the podcast enough for tuning in. It's all love, man. Super dope. And we got shit to talk about this week. I hope everybody's staying safe out there. All that good stuff. And just kicking it. Chilling. Well, let's get into some shit. First up, we got the Weekly Bumps playlist. My playlist that I make, curate, whatever, every Friday. New shit, old shit, all mixed together. It's all dope. It's all fire. This playlist is super dope. Follow it. Beneathdirt.com to follow it. Now, if you were following the playlist on Apple Music, you're going to have to refollow it because I accidentally deleted the original one. While making the new one, I fucking was getting a little too click happy. Fucking little tap, tap, tap on my iPad, making the fucking new playlist, and started deleting, or I fucking just deleted the entire playlist, had to make a whole new one, so there's a whole new link to get to that playlist. So if you were following it on Apple Music, you will have to refollow it. But if not, it's all good. Whatever. Just wanted to give a heads up for anybody that was following it on Apple Music, the heads up, just in case you didn't see it update. You have to refollow it because my dumbass deleted the shit on accident. So technology could be a motherfucker, and it was a motherfucker to me on Friday with Apple Music. So new playlist is up, a whole bunch of new shit, bunch of classic shit. This week was it's all 420 themed because last week was 420. You know, so we got Twiztid, Zool, Cypress Hill, 3-6, Dr. Dre, ABK, Bone Thugs, Vinnie Paz, Dizzy Wright, Cottonmouth Kings, all up on the playlist. Super dope listen, so go bump that shit when you get the opportunity to do so. And hate starting off the episode, the podcast, sad. But we had another loss in the community, hip-hop community last week. Shock G of Digital Underground. Rest in peace. No word on how or why he passed. But he did pass, in his 50s. Young. 50s is still young. So, without Shock G, I don't know if we'd have Tupac or not. This dude gave the world fucking Tupac. For that alone, never mind his contributions to hip-hop as far as Digital Underground goes. I'm not going to pretend and sit here like I'm the biggest Digital Underground fan. I'm not even that familiar with Digital Underground. I know the hits and whatnot and the features that Shock G, Digital Underground have done. Him bringing Pac out. But, it was a big loss to the hip-hop community. So rest in peace to Shock G. Fucking man. Everybody dies, but, everybody's time is coming. Me, you, don't matter. We're set to expire at some point, but the shit, well, it'll never not be sad when somebody dies. I mean, you could celebrate their life and whatnot, but shit's still sad. So rest in peace to Shock G. They had the memorial service, funeral, whatnot for DMX this past weekend, too. I don't know if you guys seen that shit. That shit was live. They had fucking DMX on a fucking monster truck going through New York with all the motorcycles and all that. That was super dope. Like, if I could go out like that, sign me up. Like, I don't want to die or anything like that, but yeah, if y'all gonna celebrate me on some shit like that. Like, that shit was nuts. That shit was live. Hype. Super dope. Like, that's the best way for DMX to go out. On a big ass monster truck like that, riding through the streets of New York. Super dope. Rest in peace to DMX. We've been losing it, Shock G, DMX in the last couple weeks, man. Like, fuck. 2021 picking right up where fucking 2020 left off, So rest in peace, DMX, Shock G. And let's get into the news for this week. First up, we got a little bit of Buckshot news. Double Dragon Kung Fu Vampire released the remix for Easy Target featuring Ritz. I believe this is on the deluxe version of the CD. I could be wrong. But that's up on all digitals now. Buckshot staying busy, getting ready to release that Cabal project. Still no word on who is in the group as of yet. Last week we were talking about him selling the CDs. That is the first single from the project. So I haven't seen anybody talk about it on the social medias revealing who is in the group yet. I'm eager to see who and hear that first single and who is in the group Cabal with Buckshot. If Buckshot is even in the group, I don't know. Dude teased about dropping a project through Mob Style that wasn't even him. So who the fuck knows if Cabal has Buckshot in it? Don't know. But we'll find out. Buckshot's homie Boondocks. News came out last week. It was announced during Twiztid's live stream, the docustream that they had last Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday was 420, right? Tuesday. And it was revealed Boondocks, The Harvest, the 15-year anniversary live stream with appearances from Twiztid and Blaze, an exclusive set from Buckshot himself, streaming May 14th, 2021. Tickets are for sale right now, so you can go cop them shits. So during the docustream last week, it was announced the Harvest show. We got the Harvest show coming up from Boondocks. 15 years since the Harvest came out. I remember when Boondocks initially signed Psychopathic Records. A fucking Scarecrow. Like, who is this dude? Where's this dude coming from? But we got the 15-year anniversary. Shit's crazy. 15 fucking years, man. Shit, time flies by. Like, I can't believe Boondocks been around 15 years already. Like, he's the new dude. Like, to me, he's still the new guy. And it's been 15 years. It's just crazy. And it was also announced during the docustream Alla Xul Elu. Got another live stream concert available. The Dead by Bong show, June 4th. Alla Xul Elu. No word on special appearances or anything like that. So far it's looking like just Alla Xul Elu with the Dead by Bong show. Tickets are available for that as well. Merch packs for Dead by Bong show, the Harvest 15th anniversary as well. Whole bunch of crazy shit. Of course, Xul had a brand new 2.1 mask available, all green to match the Dead by Bong theme. So that shit sold out, limited to 100, fucking super quick. I don't even know how long, but it did sell out pretty quick. And they also had a fucking one of those Necronomicon bags for sale during their live stream that they do every Tuesday, I believe. And that shit sold out. I remember when they had the first ones. I think only like a handful were made the first time. So I don't know how many were made for the second run of the Necronomicon bags. But those were for sale and sold out super fast as well. As does usually anything Xul does. Like they be selling out shit all the fucking time. So shout out to them for that. And then we got Necronomicon 2, Dead by Bong, the album, the second album from Alla Xul in like 6 months. They dropped Mausoleum in what? August, September, some shit like that. So 6, 7 months, something like that. They're giving us another album. 2 albums in less than a year. Necronomicon 2, Dead by Bong, is up on all digitals now. Hard copies are available. And this album is what I wanted Mausoleum to sound like. This shit is dope. I really like this project. Picks right up where fucking the first Necronomicon left off, and just goes right with it. And all production by Badmind, Zombie Aristocrats. I got the hard copy. We were talking about it last week. Artists not giving the producers the credits. Zool does it again, not giving the proper credits to the production. Who did it on here? But Badmind took to social medias. He said he produced 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tracks out of the 13. So 11 out of the 13 produced by Badmind. Got to assume the other 2 were produced by Zombie Aristocrats, because I believe that's who they were saying was doing the production, just Badmind and Zombie. And like I said, the production on here is what I wanted from Mausoleum. This shit sounds super dope. The mix, again, is not the best mix, but I'm just going to quit complaining about the mix, because people saying that they don't notice notice the mix on Mausoleum. So I'm not going to fucking sit here and bitch too much about the mix, because it's like speaking to a fucking wall. There's really no point. But the mix, again, ain't that great. And it's only certain songs, not every song. It's only certain songs where the bass is drowning shit out again. But the mix is better than Mausoleum. It's just still a little fucked up on a few tracks, in my opinion. Not crystal clear, but sounding a lot better. Production is fire. Lee Carver, Billy Obey, Joey Black, bring it on here. Dope ass storytelling. And my favorite tracks on here early on, I've probably bumped this album 2-3 times since it dropped last Tuesday. Probably more than that, actually. But Smoke, which was one of the original singles for the album, I just love that beat. Is so hard. Such a dope single to release, too. I love that song. Alternate Dimension, another fucking song. Within the Trees is super fire. Deja Vu. I really dig this. If you really like the production style that was on the first Necronomicon and like the Almighty, you're going to fuck with this. The production that they went with, that Dave Slasher went with on Mausoleum, was a lot different. And I wasn't necessarily feeling it, but this shit right here is dope. You got to peep it. If you fuck with Zool, I'm sure you already peeped it. It is weed themed. A lot of people don't like the weed themed projects, myself included. I'll keep it 100. I'm not a big fan of the 420 theme, the weed themed projects, songs, shit. Even any other kind of theme, really. It's hard to hit, but they did it with Necronomicon too. Shit is dope, and you got to check it. So I've seen a lot of people saying that, pleasantly surprised by the weed themed shit, or they're waiting to check it out because they're going to check other shit because of the weed themed stuff. But it was 420 last week, and we got a whole bunch of 420 shit last week, including Twiztid. Twiztid dropped Electric Lettuce. Monoxide goes on his live streams, tells us they're going to give us a project, and we get it. They never fucking promote this shit. They haven't properly promoted a project in a minute. I don't think Mad Season really had that much promotion. Very little, if any. Same with Revelation, the Halloween project. But we got Electric Lettuce from Twiztid. And man, these dudes are super dope. picking right up where 2020 left off. They gave us Mad Season, the Halloween Project, and Revelation last year. 3 projects last year. And they're talking about giving us 4 projects, I believe, this year, which we've been talking about on the show these past few weeks. But this project right here, Electric Lettuce, is 9 tracks. 3 of them are intros. Songs are dope. Production is fire. We got production on here from Young Wicked, now known as James Garcia. No more Young Wicked. We'll dive into that in a minute. And 7. Production, super on point. Young Wicked always brings the heat. 7 is just becoming a legendary producer, if not already legendary. And I'm digging this. Out of everything that dropped last week, this is the shit I've been bumping the most. Electric Lettuce. I was not expecting much, if anything at all. I thought for sure Necronomicron 2 Dead by Bong was going to be the shit. I was going to be bumping nonstop. Turns out Twiztid's Electric Lettuce is the shit. Yes, weed themed, but it's not super in your face weed themed. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Maybe just because these songs are super fucking catchy. The shit sounds good, mixed by Young Wicked. I wish Young Wicked was not good at making music, so he could be Eminem's full-time engineer, because his mixes sound fucking nice and clean. I love his mixing. This shit sounds super good. So he mixed this project. I believe Fritz mastered it, and he did production on half the tracks. There's 6 songs on here. He did 3, 7 did the other 3. And we got a posse cut on here with everybody from Eminem except Lex the Hexmaster, ROC, and Lee Carver. But Lee Carver is featured on the very next track on here. My favorite track on here is We All Float. Hence the name of the episode. Hence the if you're watching on YouTube, the news headline right here, We All Float. That shit is a banger. I want to see that shit live. I love that beat. The hook. Monoxide is killing it. Monoxide just... This is the closest thing we're going to get to a Monoxide solo album. I don't think this dude's ever going to give us another solo project. Or Madrox for that matter. But this is the closest we're going to get to a Monoxide solo project. I said on Twitter last week that's what I said on Twitter last week. This is basically a Monoxide solo EP featuring Madrox. And I say that because he's on every hook on this song minus one song. And then he has like a second verse where Madrox doesn't. Like Monoxide, it's heavy Monoxide on here with Madrox. So it's still technically a Twiztid album, but it's more Monoxide than it is more Monoxide than it is Jamie Madrox. But fuck, man, this shit super dope. Lee Carver kills it on High Till I Die. Some double time shit, some not super fast rhyming, but quick enough. And the posse cut, everybody came correct on here except Gibby Stites, because Gibby Stites is whack. I'm gonna throw hate. Throw shit. I'm gonna throw it. Shit, dude's whack. I don't get it. I don't get the fucking... There is no hype. I don't see anybody hyping it except Eminem. But yeah, everybody came correct except fucking Gibby. Even Jonathan Hellhouse from Oh the Horror brought it on here. Rapper Red brought it on here. Blaze. Boondocks don't even smoke like he said in the verse. Joey Black, Billy Obey. They all brought the fire on that track. But my favorite, We All Float. Another complaint is how they start out the album. The album goes skit, song, skit, song, skit. And the skits they're just skits. They be smoking the electric lettuce, coughing their fucking brains out because they can't handle it. And Monoxide has one of the worst coughs I've ever heard in my fucking life. Somebody check on his lungs for me, make sure they're all right. But that shit did not sound good. But, biggest complaint on the projects, on Electric Lettuce. I'm sorry. Skit, song, skit, song, skit. So 3 out of the first 5 are skits. But it all rolls with the theme of the Electric Lettuce. This shit is super dope, man. Twiztid is fucking killing it. I'm looking forward to the projects that they got coming this year. Electric Lettuce, I'm not gonna say didn't disappoint because honestly, wasn't expecting much from it. So it was a pleasant surprise, if you will, if anything. This EP, super fucking dope. And if you haven't checked it out, and you are a fan of Twiztid, you like them, whatever, and you haven't checked it out because it is weed themed, put that shit to the side and bump it because there's bangers on here, man. Especially We All Float, that shit, that beat, the hook. Monoxide killed that shit. Super dope. So peep that shit. Electric Lettuce from Twiztid is fucking fire. They brought the heat with that shit. And then we spoke about it a little bit earlier. They had the docustream last week. The live performances from Blaze, ABK, Twiztid with a documentary. They promised to have talked about stuff that we've never heard before during the docustream. Well, let's talk about the live performances first. First up was ABK. ABK brought it to the stage. Hold on. First up, let's talk, the live performances. I'm scatterbrained right now. But the live performances, they moved it from the Magic Ninja offices and brought it to the stage. I believe it was recorded at the Crowfoot, or maybe it was live. I don't know. But I'm going to assume that it was pre-recorded. And it was on an actual stage in an actual venue, and it looked a million times better than what it did at the Magic Ninja offices. I got to give them credit, though. They made the best with what they had at the Magic Ninja offices. So sometimes it's not what you got, but it's what you do with it. And what they did with those performances at the Magic Ninja offices was super dope. And I hope going forward that these live streams are in a venue like this one was. We got the Boondocks one coming up and the Alla Xul Elu one coming up. So I'm hoping those will be on real stages in real venues and not in the Magic Ninja offices. Because this shit was super dope. ABK came out. I was like, yo, they're on a real fucking stage this time. The sound sounded really good. As all the other live streams have sounded. So no worries on the sound quality. Shit sounded super dope. And ABK killed it. ABK always kills it. ABK, in my opinion, is mad underrated. Just with the music he releases, his contributions to whatever he's a part of, whatever group, anything like that, and his live performance. This dude has never had a hype man since he started touring, doing his thing solo. He started out as Blaze's hype man. That shit was super dope. And then he went dolo, was doing his solo thing by himself, no hype man, and then would come out and hype for Blaze again. But this dude kills it by himself. He was performing some new shit, I believe, off his new EP. There was some weed-themed songs in his performance. And ABK sounded dope, as he usually does. He killed that shit live. And then we had Blaze come out. He did some classics, did some new shit. Blaze, again, kills shit live. Sometimes he rocks it with a hype man. Sometimes he don't. I believe he did during the live stream. I'm kind of spacing on it right now, but I believe he fucking had a hype man for this. And Blaze killed it, as he, like I said, like he usually does live. So that was super dope to see Blaze and ABK. And then Twiztid came out. Twiztid came out. I believe they started out the show with fucking Bags. Then they went to like Hydro, So High off Mutant or Man's Myth. I can't remember which album. Started out with the weed songs. Then they broke into some of the classics. And Twiztid sounded good. Did some new shit as well. New shit mixed in with the classics. Twiztid sounds good. Twiztid been doing this for over 20 years. Pretty much same as Blaze and ABK. These dudes know how to perform, how to put on a show. So performance-wise, this docu-stream was on point. And then we had the actual documentary part of the stream, which Monoxide said during his live streams that they would be discussing stuff, talking about shit that they've never talked about before. And that was kind of not true. I'll say it just wasn't true. Everything during the docu-stream that they talked about, we've heard before. So nothing really to talk about as far as that goes. We've pretty much, the only shit that we might not have heard is the upcoming projects that they have for 2021. They talked about a lot of the early days, them getting into rap, Twiztid meeting each other, doing the HOK thing, and then starting Twiztid. And that was pretty much it. They really didn't talk about anything else. It was pretty much just how they met, how they got started. And that's it. I seen some people saying it was an Eminem jock show. Them just jocking Eminem during the documentary. It was like a small part where they were talking about Eminem and showing him songs back in the HOK days and trying to get him signed to Psychopathic back in the day, which is what we've heard a million fucking times again. So, haters will hate, and is what it is, I guess. But the documentary really didn't. It was shot well. It sounded good. I just wish we got a real documentary. One day we'll get a book or we'll get a legitimate documentary from Twiztid of them talking about shit that has never been spoke about before, because this docu-stream was supposed to have shit that we never heard, but everything they talked about I've heard at some point somewhere via live stream, via panel at Astronomicon, or fucking Rock and Shock, or an interview on a podcast or a radio show or something. So, but still, overall, the docu-stream was very much worth it, in my opinion. Shit was super dope. The performances, I'm kind of getting burnt out on the online performances. I'm really itching to get back out to live shows. I mean, I don't give a fuck if I have to mask up or what, but I can't wait to get out to fucking live shows, man. The live streaming thing is cool, is what it is. I'll still tune in just because I ain't got shit else to do. There ain't no fucking real concerts happening where I'm at. I'm not in fucking Florida. People are wilding out in Florida, they doing concerts and shit like that. It's dope to see shit like that starting to happen again. But if you missed out, you missed out. It was dope in my opinion. Documentary, a little bit of a letdown, but performance-wise, shit was super dope. And speaking of live shit, they announced during the docu-stream, Fright Fest is actually going down this year. Live in the flesh, Saturday, October 30th, St. Andrews Hall, Detroit, Michigan. Tickets are on sale now. So Fright Fest in person, Devil's Night is going down in Detroit. Dope to see. Gives people hope for a Hallowicked to actually happen in the flesh. We all know ICP has their show at the end of the month, but maybe this fall we'll start getting concerts again. But Twiztid did announce Fright Fest, Devil's Night in Detroit. That's going down. And then we got, to wrap up the Twiztid news, a lot of Twiztid shit this week. They gave us a single on 420, a standalone single called By Myself. It's not available on DSPs like Apple Music or Spotify. As of right now, it's only up on YouTube, I believe. I'm gonna check Apple Music real quick, but yeah, not up there. It's only up on YouTube. They got a lyric video for it right now, and they just wanted to give this out as a special treat to the fans for 420. And I get it. And back in the day when Apple Music and Spotify and shit like that wasn't so prevalent, it made more sense. Because this is a dope track. I only listened to it once because it's up on YouTube and I've been bumping um the actual CD to Electric Lettuce, and then when I'm in the crib, bumping it up on Apple Music and whatnot. But to not include it on the album or to not put it up on DSPs right away is like, what is a giveaway to a fan? The only real way you could do a giveaway at this point is an actual physical CD, like at a show or as part of a live stream event. You get an actual physical CD, something as a thank you to the fans. So, I mean, and then on the other hand, I get it. It's free up on YouTube. YouTube is free. You don't have to pay shit. So throw it up there for free. But so is Electric Lettuce. Electric Lettuce is up on YouTube. You don't have to pay for YouTube. You can go listen to that for free. So I think they should have included this song on the album because it would have fit. Weed themed, would have fit on Electric Lettuce. Would have been dope. Because it is a dope track. So if I got to bitch about anything, that's what I'll bitch about. But the track is dope. And, thank you for giving us the free song, even though in this digital day and age, I don't know. It like makes sense because it's on YouTube free. But a lot of people have Spotify and all that shit. So they could listen to it on there or maybe include it on the hard copy only of Electric Lettuce, similar to what you did with Mad Season. There was a song on Mad Season that wasn't on the digital version of Mad Season, but you win some, you lose some. Dope track. If you ain't peeped it out, it's up on YouTube now. By myself, Twiztid special 420 track, and Twiztid just killed it last week with the docustream, Electric Lettuce, and all that shit. During the docustream, I'm gonna go back to that real quick. They talked about projects coming for 2021, and I believe that we've already covered all this shit on the podcast except one. We got the Demented Duo, a new album coming out in the fall, I believe. The Demented Duo, new album from Twiztid. Probably, I don't know. I'm going to assume just a regular Twiztid rap album, whatever. Who the fuck knows? And then we got Unlikely Prescription, which is, in fact, the rock album coming at some point soon, within the next couple of months, if I had to guess. Unlikely Prescription, they said, is done. They said the Demented Duo album is like 75% done. They talked about Venomous 5, which we've been talking about the last few weeks on the show. Venomous 5 looks like will be wrapped up this year. Whether we get it this year or not still remains to be seen. Even during the docu-stream, they weren't sure when we'd be getting that. The Halloween Project, Samhain 2. Songs of Samhain 2, The Haunted Record Player. That'll be the Halloween Project dropping. I might have said the Demented Duo will be the Halloween Project. I don't know when they're going to release all this shit. Because I got 5 projects that they talked about. But we got Songs of Samhain 2, The Haunted Record Player. That's the official title for the Halloween Project. They gave us Songs of Samhain last year. Looks like they're going to follow up with it again this year. And then the East Side Ninjas, full length, already done, mixed and mastered, all that shit. We talked about it. The one I'm most hyped for out of this will probably be a draw between Venomous 5 and East Side Ninjas. Only because that first single for East Side Ninjas was so dope. So dope. And Venomous 5, the first 2 tracks we got from that were super fucking fire. Especially Venomous off The Almighty. So, the Demented Duo, Unlikely Prescription, Venomous 5, The Haunted Record Player, Songs of Samhain 2, and East Side Ninjas, possibly all for 2021, going into 2022. I'm hyped for it. I'm here for it. So, these dudes staying busy recording music, and that's what the fuck they should be doing. And it'd be one thing if the music sucked. I'd be like, yo, you need to slow down. with releasing so much music, but the music for the most part is good. Mad Season was fire. Revelation was fire. Songs of Sam Hain was to me. It was just okay, nothing special. It was whatever. But then they had like these Lucy singles. They did a HOK. The Asylum single was fire. The new Electric Lettuce project is fire. So I'm here for these new projects and can't wait to see what they bring us for 2021, man. These dudes stay busy, stay fucking killing it, man. Shit is super dope to see. So peep Electric Lettuce if you ain't checked it out. Twiztid killed it on there. The docustream. If you missed it, you asked out. I don't know if people are putting it up on YouTube. I don't know if people have been putting the M&E live streams up on YouTube or not. I don't seek it out, so maybe it's up on there as well. Who the fuck knows? But if it ain't, you missed out. Shit was super dope. Especially performance-wise. It was super dope to see them perform on an actual stage again instead of in a tiny ass little room, you know? Let's see. Keeping it Magic Ninja related. Oh, the Horror dropped a brand new single this past Friday as well called If I Can't Have You. I haven't got a chance to listen to it yet, but I've been digging all these singles. You know, the newest singles that these dudes have been dropping have been fucking super fire. I haven't heard this one yet. I haven't got a chance to get around to it. I've been bumping Electric Lettuce like just fucking nonstop, even though it's only 6 tracks. Has been my soundtrack for the last 3-4 days. So new Oh the Horror. I'm excited for this, for a new project from these dudes, especially with the new sounds that they're fucking going with, the singing, the melodic shit, mixing it with the rapping, screams. This is the type of shit that they should have been doing since they were announced to the label, and I'm hyped for it. So super dope. I will peep the single at some point. I just don't know when, but I will. Because them dudes have been killing it lately, and the shit has been dope. And then to wrap it up with the M&E related affiliated news here, we got a new ABK EP. Smoke that up. That is up on all digitals right now. Hard copies are available for that. I heard it comes in a cardboard sleeve, which is whatever. It's neither really here nor there. 4 tracks, 12 minutes. I did not listen to this EP. Have not got a chance to listen to it, so I don't know. I asked people what they thought. A lot of people, you know, the people that replied, it seemed like people were digging the new ABK shit. I will dive into this one at some point as well. I got bombarded with new music these last 2 weeks, and shit is being pushed to the side for now, but I will dive into it at some point in ABK. I've been a fan since fucking, what was it, Hatchet Warrior, the first album. So shout out to ABK. He's staying busy. I really want that Eastside Ninjas project. I hope he drops Shapeshifter. You know, he keeps fucking teasing that shit. So hopefully we get that shit at some point. So M&E and M&E affiliates killing it last week with all the 420 shit, new music. Shit was super dope. And then in my digging on iTunes, right, last week, looking for new music and whatnot, we all know this group had a new album come out last week. New, you know, quote unquote group at this point. But I found on iTunes that the Cottonmouth Kings album, Kingdom Come, which was the album D-Loc and Saint Dog did with features from Johnny Richter. You know, I'm not going to dive into it. But Suburban Noize Records, SRH, Suburban Noize, is re-releasing the Kingdom Come album with all new artwork on May 14th. There has been no official announcement from Suburban Noize, SRH, Cottonmouth Kings, anybody on this shit. I just happened to stumble across it just doing my iTunes search that I do when new music drops when I'm looking for shit. So, um, yeah, Kingdom Come is dropping re-release next week, and if you go on DSPs right now, it's not there. I still have it in my library because I did purchase it when it dropped digitally a few years back. But this is dope to see. And then I was wondering, like, shit, are we gonna get hard copies for this finally? Like, I know there were hard copies for the original Kingdom Come album, but D-Loc and Will Mosley ripped off a lot of people during that time period of Cottonmouth Kings, and a lot of people got fucking screwed on their pre-orders for the album, merch-wise and all that shit. So I said, fuck it. I commented on my own post. I tagged Suburban Noize and Kevin Zinger. I said all I asked was, will there be a physical release? Kevin Zinger replied, yes, we are doing a physical release. And even though I had nothing to do with people getting burned on the pre-order for Kingdom Come the first time it dropped, I'm going to do something to make it up to all those people. Dope. Fucking dope. And then he goes on to say, I wasn't around when all that occurred, but it doesn't sit right with me that people paid for product they never got. So we are working on something to make it right. Fucking A. We got to get a third party, a dude that wasn't even around, involved with anything Cottonmouth during that time period to make it right. D-Loc has yet to make it right. Will Mosley has yet to make it right. By anybody that got burned on those Kingdom Come pre-orders, myself included. I did get a refund through PayPal. So, I did get my money back, but I never got what I fucking ordered. Okay. So I got a refund because I never got what I ordered. A lot of people never got what they ordered. I don't know if anybody or everybody didn't file PayPal claims. They should have, and I hope they did, like everybody that got ripped off, because you do have 6 months with PayPal to file a claim to get your money back. So, but anyway, I'm hyped for it. I'm glad to see Suburban Noize and SRH taking this album. Hopefully people will probably get paid for it. There's always been rumblings that Saint was never properly paid for the album. Richter was never properly paid for it. Corleone, who fucking produced the album, wasn't properly paid for it. Because D-Loc and Will Mosley, I'm just going to throw his name in there because his name was on the PayPal. So, he was getting the money. So those two, in my eyes, are the ones responsible for ripping everybody off. And I'm glad to see Suburban Noize step in. I'm glad we're going to get a hard copy. Physical hard copy. Can't wait to finally get that one in the collection. Suburban Noize, SRH doing things right by the fans. I look forward to see what they're going to do as an extra bonus to everybody that got burned. I don't in particularly I'm not really expecting anything because I did get refunded my money, but I look forward to see what everybody else gets that didn't get a refund or their fucking merch that they ordered, because motherfuckers are ripoffs. So, yeah. And then last week we also had the 25 to Life album, the D-Loc solo album, being advertised as a Cottonmouth Kings album drop. So that dropped last week as well. And I just look forward to Suburban Noize doing right by the fans. I talked about it a couple weeks past. I'm not going to talk about the new album. I didn't listen to it. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to support it in any way. And if you want to know why, just go back 2 episodes back to the delusional episode, D-Lusional, and it's all there. I'm not going to fucking repeat what I just said 2 weeks ago. So if you want to know why I'm not talking about it, not listening to it, go to that episode. I broke it down super fresh on that episode. But, props to fucking Kevin Zinger and Suburban Noize trying to do right by the fans. And then more new music this week. We got brand new Ouija Macc. That's right. His project Dirtbag drops this Friday. And I'm fucking pumped for it. I got my pre-order in for that. Ouija Macc, I'm a fan, been a fan. This dude is super dope. But he dropped the third single off Dirtbag called Killing Spree. I have not got a chance to listen to this as well. I did listen to the first two tracks that he dropped for the Dirtbag mixtape album. The first one was Walkin' WTF, and then Nympho, I believe, just dropped last week. But the cover art, again, super fresh from Tom Wood. I'm hyped for it. We got Devereaux producing. I don't know how much he's producing, all the producers, whatever. But Devereaux, Shaggy the Airhead doing production on here. I'm hyped for new solo Ouija. Dropping on Friday. I'll be talking about that next week. Definitely be diving into that shit as soon as it drops. And then we got the ICP April streams. Fucking kicking right along throughout April. This is the last week, upcoming week for the April streams, and it's a fucking wrap. But last week we had wrong graphic. We had the Mad Professor's Lab last Monday. I didn't watch any of the streams last week. Shit. I've been kind of slacking on the streams. To keep it 100, I really only subscribe to this to get that Fearless Red Fury CD back. Yeah, $65, whatever. But that was the main reason why I subscribed to these April streams. Not to say that the April streams aren't dope, because the ones that I have watched, the ones that intrigued me to want to watch, have been dope. But we got the Mad Professor's Lab that went down last Monday. Then we had The Great Escape, another escape room show with ICP and Ouija Macc last Wednesday. I'll probably watch that. Those ones are usually pretty entertaining. Shout out to Ouija Macc again. And then this past Saturday, we had the Miss Juggalette pageant. I probably just won't watch this one. I have no interest in watching this one at all. I don't know what the Mad Professor's Lab is all about. I know what the escape room is about, so I'll probably go back to those and watch those. I said on last week's episode or the week before, if you're tuned into the April streams, what do you think of the April streams? I got fucking zero feedback on the April streams for ICP that I could remember off the top of my head anyway. So I don't know whether they're doing good or not. I don't know. Like I said, the ones that I did watch that intrigued me based on the topic and what the show would be about were good watches. The talk show was super fresh. The Jam Exam was super dope. I finished out the Doomsday show. That one was dope. So ICP doing their thing with these monthly streams. Again, I'll say it again. We need a cheaper tier, a cheaper option to get more juggalos involved into the live streams, because $66.50 is steep, but the shows, from what I have seen, have been pretty dope. And speaking of shows and live shows, ICP announced that the Prom Night Massacre show, the reunion, the 25th anniversary Severed Limb High Class reunion, is officially sold out. Tickets were running $100 a pop, and them shit sold out. No idea how many tickets they sold, how many were available, but the shit is sold out. That is super dope to see. Shout out to ICP for that. And shout out to the Juggalos that will be seeing ICP in concert. Yeah, they performed live in front of people during these live streams, but, in Violent J's living room. And then one was at an actual venue in front of what looked like 25, 30 people. So I'm curious to see how many people will be at this Prom Night Massacre show. I'll definitely be tuned in for the live show for sure, because ICP Live, it's definitely way better in person, but I'll take it through a TV than nothing at all, any day, any fucking day. So again, this upcoming week is the last week of the streams. They did say the gift bags would be shipped out by the beginning of May. No word on that yet, but The streams are ticking right along. And yeah, look forward to see what they got again coming up month after next. If they're going to continue doing it, we need that cheaper tier. So yeah, just kicking right the fucking long. And one last thing I want to talk about before I bounce the fuck up out of here is Vinnie Paz. Vinnie Paz dropped a new project this past week. If it bears you, kill anything that bears your name. I'm looking it up on Apple. I don't even need to look it up on Apple. I have the hard copy right here. Burn Everything That Bears Your Name is the proper name of the album. My apologies. I did listen to the project once through 22 songs. It's a long fucking album. Vinnie Paz loves doing these long albums, but for the most part, this is a dope album. Vinnie Paz usually never disappoints. There are a few tracks on here that I probably skip over once I go back and listen to this project again, because I will I always be bumping Vinnie Paz and Jedi Mind Trick shit. Just super dope. But we got tons of features on here. One of my early favorite songs on here is probably Body Bag Philosopher. Like, oh shit, flinging my CD around like a fucking, jumbling it around Butterfinger style and shit. But Body Bag Philosopher from Vinnie Paz off his new album. When that one ended, I said, bring that shit back real quick. It played again. I said, yo, one more time. Let's bring that back, because that shit was hard as fuck. But Vinnie Paz stays consistent, killing shit. And I dig it. If you like Vinnie Paz, Jedi Mind Tricks, I highly suggest you peep it, because dude just stays consistent. Like I said, and will continue to say. And I appreciate everybody that's tuned the fuck in. Right now, 52 minutes in. Much love. Super appreciated. Peep that new Vinnie Paz project. Peep the new Twiztid Electric Lettuce. If you peep one album, granted, I know this is primarily a Juggalo podcast, right? We primarily talk Juggalo shit on here. Cover Juggalo shit. Bump that new Twiztid shit, because it is fucking fire. Super dope. Bump that Alla Xul Elu too. And everything else I talked about on the show. But I'm going to wrap it up. I'm Robo of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.